All right, peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. And this is a twist from the stories that I normally do. It's sort of inspiring. A lot of people tell me that it's hard to watch my videos because we cover so many disturbing topics. But I hope this one gives you hope and a brightening to your day. It's about two young Black United Airlines pilots who are inspiring others because they are identical twin brothers who are breaking records and trailblazing as they fly together as brothers and inspire other young Black men to be pilots. Just check this out, and I'm using this video in fair use for commentary and literary purposes only. Check it out.
This story with you. I want to introduce you to these two first-class fellas on a flight path to inspire. Their genes and dreams are identical, and their life mission is to lift as they climb.
They say birds of a feather flock together, right? Well, these twins remain side by side through every glide.
The goal was to always do life together in a form or fashion, to be at the same airline, to be a flight crew the way we had been able to 4 times. We didn't expect it to be that way, and then for it to have an amount of an impact on others, we didn't foresee that either.
Wait on some of the numbers to come back.
Jamil and Jalal Paul's aviation dreams took off at only 4 years old on their first flight from New Jersey to Miami. And now, decades later, they're United Airlines pilots.
Just truly humbled and beyond blessed is really, that's the only way I can put it, because on paper it does not make sense for me to be standing here, or either of us for that matter.
On paper, the Bureau of Labor Statistics says less than 4% of commercial pilots are Black. For that reason,
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Paul, assisted by First Officer Paul.
they work to ensure kids can see themselves in the cockpit, like doing pre-flight announcements inside the cabin in front of passengers.
Before we take off, I want them to know what's possible, because they'll hear my voice when we're in the air, and after we land and they come back and see me, now they can say, oh, that was who was flying the plane.
We always wish we had an aviator who would look like us, tell us those things. Usually they didn't resemble us. And so usually when they're saying you'll be a great pilot one day, it's like, it's cool. But when they actually look like you and they're now telling you the same thing, it's a little bit more digestible.
Aviation experts say nearly half of commercial pilots will be at the mandatory age of 65 in the next 15 years, and there are very few from the younger generation to replace them. These twins say it really is their mission to remind kids how rewarding and important their careers really are, though.
Say the same amount of acumen that our young brothers and sisters have is what is required to fly these multi-million-dollar jets. And you get to, like you said, you can wake up in London, you can wake up in Paris, you can take your family to St. Thomas.
Or you can surprise your dad for Father's Day.
We wanted to make sure that all the passengers made it on board.
And fly him, literally, from New Jersey to Miami.
My twin brother, who happens to be our first officer today, our father is the one that's the last person on board here. So we're going to be flying with him today down to Florida. It's more than a pleasure, an absolute blessing to say the least. On behalf of
That same flight that fueled these twins' aviation dreams several decades ago.
For him to see the both of us, he was actually the last person on the airplane on that day. And so he didn't know. We were supposed to meet in the airport for a lunch gathering. Instead, we were surprising him with a trip.
Oh, so he didn't know?
He had no clue. No clue.
I was so inspired by their story, especially because we are the same age.
Yeah.
So to see two fellas, we're the same age. They fly their dad to Miami, and then they also told me their dad growing up wanted to be a pilot as well and just never finished the classes to do it. So they just carried on his legacy.
They're living his dream, and I can't even fathom how proud he is of them. What a beautiful story. I enjoyed that so much.
Yeah, I really enjoyed sitting down with them, getting on the plane, talking to them, and learning about their story. And obviously, imagine getting on the plane with your sons, and they land the plane for you.
Goodness.
And of course, he's giving his critiques, like, okay, you could have did this landing a little bit better.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's cool. Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible. Great job.
All right, and shout out to those young brothers. I think their name is Jalil and Jamil Paul, who are an example of who we really are. Many people don't know, it wasn't the Wright brothers who flew the first plane. There's evidence of, people in Africa flying way before then. And so this is a testament to what young Black men can do when given the opportunity, and also the guidance, and shout out to their father as well. No doubt that his guidance, his wisdom, his knowledge, his instruction, his discipline played an important role into who those young men are today. As the article mentioned, less than 4% of commercial pilots are Black. And, I think that is well by design, as other professions are as well. So as the guy mentioned, in 15 years, 50% of pilots will be at the retirement age, and there is not a lot of people to replace them. So hopefully these young brothers who are based out of Houston, I think they're from New Jersey, they will be an inspiration to those little kids getting on planes, seeing Black pilots, and realizing that it can be done. But also, they are also an inspiration to all of us, knowing that all of our young Black men, as oftentimes we see in these videos, are not out, in the streets, are not out carrying guns, are not out hustling, are not out beating women, are not out stealing, and all of the regular stereotypes that are perpetrated to Black men. So I felt that it was a duty to share this story. First of all, to break the monotony of all of the evil and disturbing things that Black men are enduring in this world that we live in, but also once again to inspire others and once again show who we really are as a people. Those young brothers are very intelligent, and a lot of these brothers that we see in these videos who are less fortunate and are under circumstances, they could be the same if they had that guidance. So, this is a call out once again to Black men and Black fathers, and even young Black men, that this is something that you can do. Imagine, like, I want to fly all of my flights from United Airlines from now on. I mess around and just go to Houston and book a flight and try to get those brothers as my pilot, because once again, that is amazing. It almost make you tear up to see those young brothers able to fulfill a dream that their father had, but he no doubt laid the foundation, by flying them at an early age. Some Black brothers have never even been on a plane, more or less thinking of flying a plane. But, this, once again, what do they say? If you can see it, then you can believe it. If you can believe it, then of course you can achieve it. And to see those brothers, sitting in the cockpit, talking about we're ready for the numbers come back, just brings a level of attainability to the profession of, pilot. So, I hope this once again inspires y'all. I hope y'all, it inspires some Black brothers out there, some young kids, and, show this to, those people who, once again, don't believe that they can accomplish the things that they set out to do. But I think this, once again, shout out to the brothers Jamil and Jalal. I hope I'm saying y'all names right. Paul, out of Houston, man. Much respect to y'all guys. Continue to fly high. And once again, watch out for, the pitfalls. Once again, if as anything that we do, if it becomes to, if we start taking over, they're going to find a way, to move the goalpost. So, I know these guys probably still face a lot. Being Black pilots, I think, not too long ago, people got off the plane because a Black pilot was flying it or something. Like, his credentials, like his ability to pass whatever aviation test necessary to be a pilot was just not good enough for those who got off that plane. So once again, shout out to the brothers. Thank y'all for watching the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And as always, peace and blessings. Scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. Let's go. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Publishing, Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news don't muddy it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune into Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.